Welcome back. I'm here with Jeff Yeats, who is one of my favorite cinematographers out there. We just finished a TV pilot audition here not too long ago, and the person whose name got brought up the most was this guy sitting in the chair, saying, "Oh, we need to bring him in to actually shoot the TV show." I was like, "Well, pay him." Well, Jeff, you have been busy on so many levels.
Yeah.
You've had music videos, you've had films, you've had stuff to do with UVU's video production. Do you sleep much anymore?
It's funny. People that know me as a person that never sleeps. I literally hit the ground running in the morning and don't stop until 3:30 in the 3:34.
So you've learned how to power nap those 15-minute naps.
Yeah.
And that becomes your whole entire day's worth of napping. Is 15
Basically,
minutes.
every month or so, I'll have a day where I'll just sleep for 18 hours. It just kind of all catches up to me. But.
Well, and the cool thing is, you're a jack of all trades. You're not just a cinematographer,
Right.
but you know how to do editing. You
Right.
know how to direct. You know how to produce. You know how to write. You know how to do the whole picture.
Right.
How does that come into play, say, if you're trying to focus on cinematography, knowing all the other skill sets? Does that help?
Absolutely. I think now I'm a director and writer, but those are my passions, and that's kind of the end goal for me. But I have a passion for filmmaking in general, for every aspect of it, and I study religiously all the different elements to it. And the main reason and the main advantage for that is, so as a director, I can communicate with my crew. And so working as a director of photography with some of these other directors, I know their problems because I'm a director as well.
Yes.
I can anticipate their needs. Or working as a director of photography, I can anticipate the needs of an editor, in terms of how we're going to cover. I can understand how things are going to, splice in the rhythm of the shot, the rhythm of, the edit. So that's really what it becomes about, just anticipating the needs of other people.
One of the best examples is a music video that came out recently called Heartbeat.
Right.
And you were the lead cinematographer on this, correct?
Correct.
How much of your input was what we saw as the final product for that music video?
I think I had a very strong voice in what turned out to be the final product. It's definitely the child of director Derek Pueblo, who's a great friend of mine. But Derek
does wonderful work as well.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. I mean, he's a cool guy, first of all, and so you would like to work with him. Mm-hmm. And he likes to collaborate, which is nice. I've worked with people who they're afraid of collaboration because they're afraid of not receiving the glory in the end. They don't want a good idea not to be theirs. So
sure.
So Derek's kind of the opposite in the sense that he has a lot of great ideas himself, but he likes to hear what other people have to say. Mm-hmm. And so he came to me early on and said, "I'm going to be doing a music video, I think, for this band. You want to shoot it for me?" I said, "Yeah, sure." And then together we started brainstorming it. So, we kind of developed the concept together, and then he is a very accomplished cinematographer himself, and so it felt good to be on set, and if I had any questions, I could be like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And,
right.
I could kind of defer to him.
What was cool is I loved, just talking about the story structure for a minute.
Sure.
You've got a motorcycle gang with axes. I mean, how Mad Max can you get, you know? But they look like they all came from some sort of prep school.
Well, that was part of the evolution was, how serious do we go? How comedic do we go? And, there were a few things, we were really inspired by old school Hollywood, looking at pictures of Marlon Brando and James Dean and West Side Story even. So we referenced a lot of those, but we wanted there to be, while the story itself was so real, and I think it was something that people can identify with, we wanted to bring a little bit of hyper-realism to it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, let's just give these people axes. And it added a sense of fun to it. And
you know what? It really worked. Between that and the more other music videos you've been working on with Muscle Hawk's Electric Light, Sean Cannon's I'll Never Grow Old.
I'll Always Be Young.
I'll Always Be Young, yes. I mean, you've just been all over the place. I love your work. And is there a website we can see more of your things? Or how can we see more of your stuff?
Well, that's funny. I'm in the process of reconstructing my reel. Excellent. So literally a few months ago, I looked at everything I had and I said, just for the future, you never know if you're going to have future clients who who look you up. They Google your name. You don't want some old video from 10 years ago
Sure.
popping up. You want to show the best of the best. And I literally started with Heartbeat, I'll Always Be Young. Those were the first two
Fantastic.
projects. So.
Well, I'm going to do this because your stuff is so good. I'm going to make sure that there's a link to your demo reel on our website so you guys can see how good Jeff is and you can hire him. But you better be ready to pay him because he's worth it. Okay, Jeff, thank you so much for being on the
thanks,
show.
Lauren.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking to some more awesome filmmakers in the state. You're watching Filmed in Utah.